Everyone desires wealth, and everybody truly deserves to be wealthy. But unfortunately, it's not everyone that will actually achieve it. Why? Because many persons pursue the wrong assets. There are eight assets that are very important for you to seek, to pursue in your quest to being rich and wealthy. These eight important assets, when you have them, it can guarantee you financial freedom and create passive income for you and a steady cash flow. The last three are very, very important. I want you to pay attention. Let's dive into this as we consider this very important topic. Let's go.
Waking up at dawnlight, breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm we belong. Skies are high, but so are we, building castles where we're free. Gonna rise up, we won't fall.
All right, you are welcome back. It's a great pleasure to have you back. I want to really appreciate as many of us that has been on with us since we started this training on financial intelligence for smart parents. I have no doubt in my mind that you have gained so much on this. It's good also that you should go back to those videos and watch them over and over and over again. For those of us that are maybe this is your very first time of coming across the videos, I want to say a big thank you for coming in, and I want to tell you that it is important that you watch the previous episodes so that you'll be up to date on what we have done. It's been a build up so that you are not just coming at the middle and then you understand what I'm talking about. So what you just need to do, click the subscribe button and also the like button so that subsequent release, you will always get them. We always have this 7 a.m. to 7:30 GMT plus 1 every day, Monday to Saturday, except for Sundays. So thank you for being part of this. Now, today we're going to be looking at something that is very important, and that is the 8 assets that will help you to become financially free, create a good, steady, passive income, and also give you very good cash flow. With this, I can tell you, you can become financially free. Now, talking about financial freedom, the man Robert Kiyosaki, in his book called Cash Flow Quadrant, sequel to the book he titled Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, in this book, he said that there are 4 ways in which people will earn an income. And you listening now, you will likely fall into one of these 4 categories. Number 1, the first one is the employee, people that work for organization and you get paid. In this category, you trade your time and you are paid for it. It's a good one to start with, but it's not where you should die. All right. Now, the second one is the one we call the self-employed. In this category, truly, you own a business, you own a job, but the truth is this: it's difficult for you to take off your eyes off that job. You can't go on leave on that job. You can't stay out of that business for a day or two. When you become sick, the business becomes sick. And truly, let's ask ourselves, do you own the job or the job owns you? All right. I've been in that situation, so I can rightly say it well. I understand what I'm talking about. Now, on the right side of the quadrant, we have the one people we call the business owners. The business owner. There's a difference between the business owner and the self-employed. The business owner has done created what we call a system around himself, a system around his business, such that whether he's there or not, the business will continue to work. Well, when we talk about system, the acronym for system is save yourself time, energy, and money. A system. Systems make you rich. It's not the business that makes you rich. A lot of people that have started the same business but have no system, they run down and they cannot even get up again. But if you are able to build a system around your business, then you can be said to have a thing going for you. Now, the last one is the investor. The investor part are those people that have created what we call passive income. What is a passive income? Passive income is that income that you are not actively involved, but the money keeps on coming. Oh, that is where when you say you have investment in shares, you are paid dividends and so on, and we have a lot of things like that. But that is just to lay the background so that you understand that all these 8 assets that we're going to be talking about will fall in one or two of these things, of these 4 categories that we have highlighted. Now, number one, the first asset that you need to have is what we call a business. You wonder, is business an asset? Yes, business is an asset. Only a business will provide you an opportunity, an unlimited opportunity to earn income, especially when you have, when you have established it. It takes time. It does take time to build up a business. But I tell you, when you have built it up, it will pay you for the rest of your life. I always tell friends, even though the job gives us a kind of security, but business guarantees you wealth. Look at this man. I always make reference to a man. The man they call the guy Jacob, and he was working. He worked for his father-in-law for almost 20 years, for about 20 years, and the guy was paying him his salary. Faithful to pay him his salary and everything. But one day, this guy said, "Come, I can no longer work as a salaried person. I need to provide for my own family." I wonder, was he not providing for his family when he was working? But he considered having a business as he truly providing for himself and for his family. And then the master told him, the father-in-law said, "Come, oh boy, you can't go because I understand by divination." That means that man understands that his skill, this Jacob's skill, was making him rich. And then he said, "By divination, God has made me successful because of you." Then my question is, why would God make me successful because of me? All right. And that is when that guy started, when they got to an agreement, the guy started a business under the same man. But what he started getting as a business person was quite different from what he got when he was earning salary. Within the space of 2 years, this man had gathered so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this tells you that that profit is better than wages. That's the number one lesson. I want you to write that down. Profit is better than wages. All right. So that is for the first asset. Take that to heart. Then the number 2 one that we're going to be talking about is the one we call real estate. Real estate is a very, very important a very important asset that you must have in your basket. Now, what do we mean? Real estate is a tangible asset that appreciates over time. When we talk about land, we talk about house. When you have it over a period of time, it appreciates. It helps you to keep and preserve the value of your money. So, and what do you get from such asset? You get rental income and then property flipping also. The property appreciates, and when you want to sell it off, you can't imagine the house or the land that you bought with a couple of thousand some years ago, how much you'll be disposing it if you really want to do that. Now, you must also understand that when we are talking about assets, an asset, when we talk about real estate, I have built a house for myself, for my children. You are not having a real estate yet. You are not having assets yet. What you have is just liabilities, because the house is not an asset until it is used to generate an income. So it's either it is residential, or you put it for commercial real estate purpose, or you get into this what we call the real estate investment trust if you want to go in that direction. Now, what this does for you, it generates what we call passive income. Passive income, because you've done the work before. You've spent some time to build the house. Now it is now generating income. It might take some years for you to recover your initial cost of setting it up, but I can assure you, over a period of time, you will surely break even. Real estate is very important. Consider it as one asset that you must begin to look out for. You might not know everything about it. Don't just take real asset. Oh, people say buying a house, selling a house. It's important that you educate yourself on it. Get information. Go online and study. I want to get into real estate. How do I go into real estate? Don't just rely on, I have a friend who is selling houses, who is buying lands. No, that is not the way to do it. You get informed. If you are not informed, of course, you are deformed. Now, the next asset that I consider that is considered very important, that's the number three now, is what we call paper money. Wow. Paper money, which is also called cash or cash equivalent, is a big asset. And it is critical because it gives you what we call liquidity. It ensures you have what we call financial stability, and it gives you the opportunity that in case there's anything, you can always stand up because you are liquid. So when we are talking about liquidity, liquidity, sorry, when we are talking about cash and liquidity, for every rich person, you can say, I'm rich and all my money is in real estate. Then if anything happens suddenly, what are you going to use to defend yourself? So paper money, which is cash, provides you, with that security that you need. Now, apart from cash, part of paper money are part of some of the things that follow that paper money is what we call treasury bills, bonds, and so on like that. They fall under paper money. And one of the things that it helps you to do, it guarantees you, you have funds in case of emergency for you to be able to, to attend to things. It's very important. So it comes also in forms of certificate of deposit, which you can also use to secure yourself. And when you have paper money, it prevents you from having, going into debt, what you can use money to buy. Why will you go and, take a loan or be in debt for it? So paper money is something that you need. So begin to invest in mutual funds, in treasury bills, in certificates of deposits, and so on and so forth. We will still go in depth into some of these things that I've mentioned. Now wait for number four. Number four is one of these bills that I really like. One of the assets that you need that will help you to guarantee future cash flow is what we call commodities. Commodities. What are commodities? Commodities are items such as gold, silver, oil, soya beans, food items, physical food items like that are traded internationally. One of the things that it's always been said, I think it's Robert Kiyosaki that said it, and he said it well. He said, gold and silver, they are God's money. Those, they don't depreciate in value. They are always appreciating in value. You can imagine it. As at the time of this recording, this is the year 2025. A gram of gold as at 2004 was selling for about 1,400 naira, 1,700 naira. I know it because I did some significant thing there, so I was involved in it. But as at the time of this recording, the same gram of gold is sold for 110,000 naira. 110,000 naira. You can imagine, I don't know how many, I've not calculated how many percentage is that. Well, anyway, you can see it on the screen. Over this just 20 years period. Now imagine if you had 10 grams, if you had 1 kilogram, oh my God, it's always appreciated. And as new persons are born, women love gold, men love gold. Gold is used for, in royalty and a lot of things. So there's no way the demand for gold will not ever be increasing. Gold and silver. So, like I always encourage people, if you have the opportunity, buy gold instead of keeping that money in the bank. Buy gold. At times you say, "But I don't wear gold." No, you are not buying it because you want to be wearing it. You are buying it as a store of value. You use it to store value so that in the future you can always sell it. I've seen a situation where somebody who had a big trinket, a big trunk of gold, which they were just buying carelessly, just anytime. Oh, I like this design. She will buy it and put it in a box. One day when things turned around for them, and she was crying, no money, no money, no money, no money. Then suddenly somebody said, "Look at this this what you are wearing is gold now. Why don't you go sell it?" He said, "I was going to buy it and this." Oh my God. When she went, just made a trial of the small things she had on her, and she made the sales. Man, thousands of dollars were paid. And she said, "Wow, I have a truckload of this." And of course, if you are going to be using it as a means of investment, as a means of store of value, you go for the higher level of gold. You are talking about the 21, the 22 carats. They are more, those ones that look yellowish of a kind like that. They are preferable when you are talking about this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to have millions for you to be able to do it. Just a little amount here today, a little amount there today, you begin to put it. If you put $100,000 worth of gold, you can put it in a small, in the palm of your hand like this. You'll be able to carry it. but it's what it's worth. All right. So gold is important. Oil is another commodity that you can also get into. I'm not talking of granite oil or palm oil. I'm talking of crude oil. All right. So, and then we have wheat and other commodities like that. So these are assets that you can begin to look at how you can get involved in this in this set. Now, I told you the last three are very, very important. It might be funny, but it is one big asset, and that one is called time. Time is a big asset. Time is a big asset. Time is the most finite and irreplaceable resource. How you use your time determines your product is determined by your productivity, personal growth, and every other thing. How do you spend your time? What do you utilize your time for? Whatsoever you use your time for, you are a product of what you have used your time for in the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, what did you use your time for? That is the result you are seeing today. The result you are going to be seeing in the next 5 years will be the effective utilization of your time now. So, how will you use your time? It's one asset that once it goes, you can't recall it back. You can make back more money, but you can't make back more time. So it's important. One crucial asset that I see a lot of people, most persons, they can preserve the money they have in the bank, keep their money, keep it in the deep of the deepest places, but they are very careless with time. No value is placed on time. And I tell you, if you want to put a value on your time, you just simply do something. Like you can just simply do this. How much do you earn in a year, in a month? Maybe per annum, per year, or per month. Now, take that amount that you earn per month, divide it by 30. Let's take a typical example. Let's say someone is earning, let's say $240,000, or sorry, 200, well, that's okay, 240,000 naira monthly. Now, what that person will just do is divide that 240,000, divide it by 30. That's going to give you approximately about 8,000 naira per day. That means you are worth 8,000 naira per day. If you don't like the amount you see when you do that, if you don't like it, then you have to work on yourself to increase the value. So 8,000 naira per day, if you divide that 8,000 naira by 24 to know what you are worth per hour, that gives you about maybe 333 naira per hour. So if you are earning in that category, when you sit down and you are watching and playing sometimes, or spending some time on WhatsApp or social media, just know that every hour you have spent 333 naira, which you cannot get back. That is why you must be intentional about what the value that you put to your time. So delegating tasks to focus on high yield activity is what most people do. So some people just will look at this thing that I'm doing. How important is it to me? What is the value of what I'm doing? If it's something that I can delegate, I go ahead and delegate it while I focus myself on high yielding events. Then one other thing that you do to preserve your time is automating your processes. When you automate the processes, it begins to work for you even when you are not there. With that, you'll be able to preserve and keep time. Using time to acquire skills is another great thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the time that you use or that you spend, you don't use time, you spend it because it's a currency, it's an asset. So when you spend your time not acquiring skills and doing what you call personal development, you are shortchanging yourself. If you want to be productive, you want to live a life of financial freedom, put every hour to big value. All right. Now, the sixth one now, which is important also, is your health. See, is health an asset? Yes, of course. Your health is an asset. Without health, without good health, you can't do otherwise. You can't do any other thing. Every other thing becomes grounded. You can imagine somebody on the hospital bed. Is it thinking of anything? He's just thinking of how to get well, how to regain back his asset, which is his health. Ladies and gentlemen, how much attention are you paying to your health? If you are looking for financial freedom, then you need to pay attention to your health. What kind of food are you eating? Are you eating balanced diet? Are you exercising regularly? You can't pray for long life and you don't do exercise. If God gives you the life, which is the engine, what of the body that will carry the engine? That's why you need to make regular routine visit to your health practitioner, do regular checkups so that you will know the state of your health and know where to pay attention to. Then the other thing that you need to pay attention to is your mental health. Your mental health is very, very crucial. Your mental health is very, very important. A lot of people go into depression these days. A lot of people get frustrated because of economic situation. Don't get to that level. That is why the next and the last one, which no, it's not the last one, the second to the last. The last one is very important for you. So just hold on. Let me give you this one. This one is called online assets. Your online assets. That is where another real estate is. Another estate. When you talk about online asset, ladies and gentlemen, today the world is going digital. So online assets comes very handy and it gives you the opportunity to generate passive income and scale your business globally. Now I'm sitting here from this place where I am, I'm touching you in the US, in the UK, wherever you are, putting up an online business. Do you know that each of us, we have something that we can offer the world? There was a particular day I was taking a training and I said, just let me share with the guys that everybody should have an online presence. A man that was, is into poetry. And I was saying, take your business online. The guy said, am I going to take my business online? Or somebody who is selling food, he said, am I going to take my business online? Or a housewife. The best thing that you can do is you know how to cook very well. And after cooking, you sit down and watch Netflix and things. Do you know that you can begin to provide an online asset? So I was telling them at that training that that housewife can just take up something and just on YouTube how to prepare modern day amala. For those of you that don't know, amala is one of Nigerian delicacies common among the Yorubas ethnic group. We went online. Just go. You after this, just go check how to prepare amala, and then you just be surprised. A lot of people have done videos on preparing amala. That same thing that you took for common, how to prepare a goosey soup without having lumps. How to, just think, be creative about it. Once you do it and you put it on the system, it remains there for life. People keep on watching it, and you will get to a point when they watch the YouTube. If you have put it on YouTube, the algorithm will recognize that a lot of people are coming to learn how to cook soup from your channel, and then they begin to pay you because advertisers will begin to advertise on that your channel, and you have something there till you die. Even after you have gone, the system continues to pay you residual income. You do the work once and you get paid for life. So one of the other things that you can do also when it comes to online assets is you can decide to write a book. Nowadays, a lot of us want to write books and you don't know, I can't sit down to write it. Now we have tools that you can use to write a book in 1 day, 2 days. You are done with the book. I'm telling you, you go make your research. We have all these things that are there. Now, when you do those kind of books, they are called digital books. You can sell them. You don't need to print. You don't need a publisher. You don't need to print it. Just that idea. It could be a story. It could be a story that you know. You can write up a story that you know will be very interesting. Or you can write about the culture of the Yorubas. You can write a lot of things, a lot of ideas that you can do. Put it in a book, in a digital format. And there are places online that you go and put it on Amazon. You can sell it on Amazon. Were you aware of a current case with one of these activists in Nigeria recently that had an issue based on the book that he published? And he published that book on Amazon, best-selling book. We have quite a number of friends who have small story books, just small story books. They place it on Amazon and sell it $1, $2, and so on. So people just pay $2 and the $3, they just read it. It doesn't cost them anything. And you continue to earn your income. So that is one. Another one that you can do online is courses. You can generate a course. When you say a course, maybe a particular how to do home farming. Do you understand how to create home farming, how to do digital marketing, how to just do something? You can go and read some material somewhere and then perfect it and then come online and put up the materials there. So there are tons of opportunities for you to do. Another one that is online asset that you should get. Yeah, I don't know how to do all this. Well, maybe you could try affiliate marketing. Affiliate website. You go to affiliate websites where people have their products. You can just apply on those sites, and then you create a web page and begin to sell those products. You don't need to buy the product. You don't need to store the product. You begin to sell. So online assets are one big area that lots of persons are going to, especially in this generation. So don't dull yourself. Now, the last but not the least, which is very, very important, is the one I call your network. Your network. When we say your network, please pay attention. Have you heard of the term, the word, is it a phrase now or word that says your network determines your net worth? Your network determines your net worth. Now, it is very important for you to intentionally build a network for yourself. Who are the people that are around you? Do you know that based on the people that are around you, a simple recommendation, a simple influence can turn around the whole situation for you? A strong network can provide you good mentorship, can give you good advice, can provide you referrals. You want to do a business somewhere and you can easily call someone in your network. Who are the people in your network? You want to build residual income, you want to build wealth, you need to pay attention to that aspect. Be intentional. Somebody will say, I don't like meeting people, I'm a loner and things. Then you are not ready to be up there. If you are ready to be up there, do you think when people are going to the club and things, going to the golf club and things, do you think they just go there to drink and chat themselves away? No, most of the time people go there for networking. So begin to consciously build a network around yourself. At this point, we're going to be coming to an end on this particular training. This is part of the financial intelligence for smart parents. As you've learned this, these are some of the things that you, as you have known, you can begin to pass it early enough. That you are an introvert does not mean your children should be introverts also. So you begin to make them see what they can do better to increase their financial wealth value going into the future. All right. I think it's been a great pleasure speaking with you. I don't know if you are yet to subscribe. I want to implore you, why not just click it, click the subscribe button. Our target is to get to 1,000 subscribers within the first 60 days of our presentation. We just well over 200 now at the time of recording, but I know that you can help us. Be intentional about it. Send it to your friends. It's great value. You won't see these things in any school. No school will teach you this. But with this, after this 90 days or 90 episodes, which you can watch at any time, you will see how transformed you would have been. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a big thank you. If you have not liked today's video, click on the like button and share it also. Let people see. So for those of you in the comment section, I want to thank you. I've been looking forward to more comments. You have questions, I'll be ready to assist you. Welcome. I'll be ready to assist you and get you to where you really want to be. Once again, it's your friend and your partner, Olushola Okuola. Thank you. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Waking up at dawn, light breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm